Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day today for the Salesforce Admins webinar. This is Essential Habits for New Admins. My name is Rachel Mincarelli. I am on the admin marketing team here at Salesforce, and I am excited to help you get started. Now, before we really get into things, I need to remind you that Salesforce is a public-facing company, so please make all of your purchasing decisions based on current features and functionality. And just a quick reminder that we are where you are online, so please get social with us. You can follow us on Twitter at Salesforce Admins. There is no I in our handle. You can also find us on the hashtag AwesomeAdmin. That's where a lot of good stuff is happening on that Twitter community. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, all Salesforce admins on there. And don't forget to visit us on our terrific website, admin.salesforce.com, where we have blogs, podcasts, upcoming events like webinars in the future, and lots of resources available for you there. And yes, this webinar is being recorded. You will be able to find the recording at the link here on the slide. That is bit.ly/adminhabits. Please give us a little bit of time afterwards, but you should be able to visit that site and find the recording there so that you can revisit it later. And we know you will have questions as we go, so we want you to join in on the conversation in the Salesforce Admins Webinars group on the Trailblazer community. The fastest way to get there is to go to bit.ly/admin-webinar-group. Please note the capitalization does matter, so capital A, W, and G. And don't wait until the end to ask your questions. If you're in there and you have a question, type it in the group. We have team members who are on hand to look at those and answer as we go this morning. And if you don't see an answer immediately, someone will be in there today to get back to you so that your question doesn't go unanswered. So what is a Salesforce admin in one word? We've asked this question on social media, and we got a bunch of really awesome, genuine, fun responses like the ones you see here. We have things like Salesforce admins are integral. They're enablers, they're determined, they're curious. Sometimes they're therapists, but they're definitely superheroes. And these answers are really incredible because they show the heart of what makes admins amazing every day. But it also shows that you wear a lot of hats, right? You're really at the center of your organizations doing all of these things and more. And as an admin, you help translate business requirements into technology systems. You are the ones that can map every business process, seek out inefficiencies, and help tie different processes together, all while using data to drive your decisions. Admins are truly at the heart of what makes every organization successful. And when I think about the admin community and what makes that word special, obviously the word awesome comes to mind, but what does that really mean? Well, to me, it's all about being focused on growth and learning. Admins are problem solvers. You have to bring that beginner's mindset to your projects. You have to bring a fresh perspective to a problem and not just recreate a broken system in Salesforce. You also have to embrace change and be open to new ways of doing things. You have to be open to learning new technologies and rolling out those new innovations to your users. And finally, constant learning, things like being on this webinar today, joining your local user group, and using Trailhead to learn the newest technology, all add new skills to your tool belt. I loved that we were able to put Jesse on this slide because he is a wonderful embodiment of what it means to be an awesome admin. Jesse is a military vet who suffered a traumatic brain injury and used Trailhead to help in his recovery. Not only was he able to skill up and start a new career, but he built a Salesforce consulting company And he even turned his dad into a trailblazer. And now his father has come out of retirement to become an awesome admin, and in fact has just helped a nonprofit transition from Classic to Lightning. There are so many amazing stories like Jesse's of admins growing their careers, changing their lives, and positively impacting the lives of others through their work. This positive impact comes from the habits that you use to prioritize your career and be successful every single day. As we've talked to admins in the community and heard their stories, we've identified 3 major habits that they are always doing to help them be successful. And today I'm going to share those habits with you. These habits are learn, connect, and lead. They are how you will be an awesome admin every single day. Today, I'm going to explain these habits and how they will help you be successful. I'm going to give you concrete next steps and a few handy checklists to help you get started. The admin habits that we'll cover today will help you keep in touch with your users, stay aligned with your organization, be more informed and connected, and ensure that all of your skills are up to date. Our first habit is learn. Admins commit to lifelong learning. So why is it important for us as admins to do that? Well, first, especially in the tech world and at Salesforce where things are changing every day and new features are released 3 times a year, you need to stay on top of it. Always continue to grow your skills so that you're relevant and you are a trusted resource. Continued learning helps you look at things with fresh eyes and approach challenges from different perspectives. We call this the beginner's mind. It is curious and open to possibilities. And learning gives you an enhanced skill set. An enhanced skill set can give you access to other opportunities that you may not have expected. Plus, you'll discover new things about yourself and the ways that you learn. The easiest way to start developing this habit of learning is to sign up for Trailhead. Trailhead is the fun way to learn. It is gamified learning where you choose what you want to learn about, at what pace you want to learn, and you earn points, badges, and ranks along the way. Learn all the skills you need, whether you're an admin, developer, or business user. Whether you're a beginner or advanced, there's something here for everyone. We have modules and projects that you can take to help you do things like automate processes, roll out Lightning experience, or manage change at your organization. There are over 550 badges that you can explore to learn about. There are also options to learn in a more typical classroom setting if that's what you'd prefer. We have incredible instructors who will help you earn over 37 credentials. With Trailhead, you can earn these skill-based credentials, and there are over 1.4 million users already skilling up on Trailhead, and they've earned over 14 million badges so far. You can meet these people on the Trailblazer community, which I'll cover more in a few minutes. It's also important to develop a habit of learning so you are able to stay up to date with the latest releases. There are 3 Salesforce releases per year, and that means keeping up with the changes every couple of months. The best way to do that is to start by checking out the release notes. You can also watch the Release Readiness Live broadcast, where product managers talk about the latest features they've been working on and what is coming to you in the latest release. And don't forget to sign up for a pre-release org so that you can see the newest released features in action before those changes come to your instance. And finally, be sure to schedule time with your developers to look at what sandboxes need refreshing so that your developers are working in the latest release too. You can find more information on Salesforce releases at salesforce.com/releases. And we know that everyone learns a little bit differently. So these resources here on the screen, whether you like to read, watch, listen, however you like to digest your information, these resources here are for you. And even though Trailhead is a great place to get started and expand your skill set, we recognize that there are many different ways that you can digest this information. So be sure to check out the Salesforce Admins podcast, the Salesforce Admins YouTube channel, our Admin Digest newsletter, and the Admin blog so that you're getting all of your information covered in many different mediums. We will have you covered with a good stuff, no fluff guarantee. There's also a fifth resource available to you, which is the App Exchange. App Exchange is the fast and easy way to extend Salesforce. By exploring what's out there, you're learning about new tools and solutions that can help you do your job more efficiently. Knowing what is available will help you provide quick solutions for your users. Maybe you find out that your project management team is looking for a project tracking app, or people could use an electronic signature app. These are apps you can have at your fingertips to demo for them. Make it a goal to install at least one app in your developer edition or sandbox that can be beneficial to your organization and try it out. Salesforce Labs on the App Exchange offers hundreds of free solutions that you can install to save time and instill best practices. The App Exchange newsletter is also a great way to build a habit of learning because it will be your regular reminder to check the App Exchange and see what is new and what could work for you. So, that was a lot of information up front, but here are the action steps to get you learning in a handy checklist. Try to block a fixed learning time every week on your calendar and set a goal for the number of Trailhead badges you'd like to earn that week. Subscribe to the Salesforce Admins podcast as well as the Admin Digest. And try installing an app from the App Exchange like adoption dashboards or CRM dashboards and see what works for you. Follow these action steps and that's how you'll get started learning. Our second habit is connect. Admins connect with their companies and communities. So, why is this important for us as admins? Well, for one thing, you can see how your users work, how they are really using Salesforce every single day. This is how you can understand how they're working and improve their user experience. Another reason it is important to connect is to get to know your stakeholders. And finally, meeting the community is one of the most valuable ways to get connected and build lasting relationships. You can connect with your users both online and in person. To connect online, use Chatter to house key informations, conversations, and gather user feedback. We can also use the power of Chatter groups to connect with people in a different way. If you haven't already, set up a Chatter group called Salesforce Support and add all of your users. This is a safe environment for your users to ask questions and get answers. And it's also a great way for you to share communication with your users and give them one place for any files related to Salesforce. You could also try creating a group for your team or department, like sales operations or fundraising. This can move conversations from email to Chatter, which has the added bonus of being able to have a historical record that's not buried in someone's inbox. And when new people join the team, you can add them to the group and they can see the history all right there in Chatter. One of our most popular groups here at Salesforce is the Airing of Grievances group. You can guess what that's about. Chatter is a great tool for you and your organization to connect and share. To connect in person, meet with users and see how they use Salesforce every day. As an admin, you are the Salesforce ambassador for your organization. So it's very important that you engage with your users regularly and see how they are actually using Salesforce day to day. On the admin team, we like to call this SABWA, which stands for Salesforce Administration by Walking Around. As you can see from the quote on the right, our Senior Director of Admin Evangelism, Mike Gerholt, he coined this phrase. And he explains that SABWA doesn't have to be complicated and that as the admin, you are the ambassador for the organization. SABWA can be something that you do 15 minutes early when you go to work and grab a cup of coffee with one of your users. Sit with them at their desk, see how they use Salesforce, and generally just observe how they interact with the technology. But you don't even have to come into work early to do SABWA. Just be sure to carve out time to meet with at least one user and observe how they use the system. Connection is about your users, but it is also about connection with leadership and across the company. Connecting with the leadership team helps align the company mission and goals with how Salesforce is being used. Be sure to set a regular meeting time so that you can discuss new features and functionality, and articulate the benefits of those features to the business. Connecting with stakeholders helps you understand business process changes and highlight user successes because stakeholders are individuals in your organization that have a vested interest in business processes and in Salesforce. So for instance, a stakeholder could be your sales manager if you leverage Sales Cloud, your marketing manager if you leverage Marketing Cloud, and your customer service manager if you leverage Service Cloud. In those meetings, you'll want to share feedback from users and understand any business changes that might impact you. This is also a good time to discuss any communication plans and highlight user success stories. Connecting with fellow Salesforce admins can help you understand new features and solve problems together. We have a ton of Salesforce community groups throughout the world that allow you to connect with admins just like you. Sign up and attend a Salesforce community group meeting near you. You can find your community group at trailblazercommunitygroups.com. With 1,000+ community groups, a global network where you can ask and answer questions, 1,000+ active chatter groups on almost any topic you could think of, and the ability to learn from and inspire other Trailblazers, you'll want to take advantage of connecting with the Trailblazer community at trailblazer.salesforce.com. So these are your action steps to get you connecting. Try scheduling an in-person or virtual coffee or tea date with a user for next week and practice Sabwa. Create a group and post on Chatter. Join your local Trailblazer community group. And be sure to join the Admin Trailblazers group within the Trailblazer community. That's where we'll be sharing a lot of great information. Follow these steps and that's how you'll be connecting. Our final habit is lead. Admins lead their companies to the future. Being a leader at your organization means that you can influence change. Influencing change will lead to enhanced visibility for you and your role. Enhanced visibility will lead to growth in your career, where you will be able to serve as a role model for your teammates, your company, and the community. The way to begin developing this habit is to lead with knowledge. Good leaders are really well informed. Know your org inside and out so that you are the trusted expert. Develop a habit of maintaining that knowledge and sharing it with others. Thankfully, there are a couple tools that can help you do that. The Salesforce Optimizer is the fastest and most effective way to get prioritized insights and the recommendations to help you act on those insights. It evaluates your current customizations and usage, which helps you maintain your customizations, decrease your company's technical debt, and increase your own productivity as well as your end users. The Security Health Check helps you determine how well your Salesforce org meets security standards and reduces your security risk. Give both of those a try. This one might be my favorite habit because the payoff is so huge. Lead by example and maintain a clean org. You can do this by meeting with your users regularly to review and clear out unused fields, reports, dashboards, etc. And you can even make this fun by bringing teams together for what we like to call an eat and delete luncheon. You'd gather members of the same department for lunch, both in person or virtual, and use that time to review these items. By making this a priority and setting time aside, you are leading by example. They'll see the importance of keeping the org clean and hopefully do it all the time. Awesome admin Nana Gregg agrees. She says, with new features and functionality released 3 times a year, keeping your data and metadata clean is essential so you can take advantage and stay innovative without missing a beat. At Salesforce, trust is our #1 value, so we believe it's very important to lead with trust. Build a strong relationship with your IT department so they can trust that company data is in safe hands. Become their trusted Salesforce advisor. An easy way to do that is to share the Salesforce Security Health Check recommendations with them. Ensure you are included in conversations and meetings about network access so that you can stay informed. You can also share trust.salesforce.com with your IT organization so that they can get the latest updates from Salesforce too. You can find those updates at trust.salesforce.com. Lastly, as a Salesforce admin, it's very important that you develop a habit of leading a Salesforce governance process. It's not only a best practice, but it's a great way to connect different departments in your organization to discuss feature requests and business processes. This is an opportunity for you to lead the discussion on how customer information flows through your organization, as well as showcase new features and apps that increase productivity. Awesome admin Jody Wagner believes that establishing a governance process ensures everyone is on the same page. She says that establishing a good governance program ensures everyone is operating from the same standpoint, so more time is spent innovating and scaling. Governance is a recipe for long-term Salesforce success. So we know that's a lot of habits to develop, but here are your action steps to get you started leading. Run that health check and optimizer, and create a quarterly time block to do that again. Visit trust.salesforce.com to see your org status, and be sure to share what you find there with your IT department. And finally, try scheduling that Eat and Delete luncheon. Invite members from the team to go through those items that we listed and make sure you have a clean org. Follow these steps, and that's how you'll get started leading. So today we covered how learning, connecting, and leading will help you be an awesome admin every single day. We covered the tools you have at your disposal to always continue learning. We spoke about how to connect with users, stakeholders, and the larger Salesforce community. And finally, we talked about the ways that you can lead with trust by keeping up with security best practices and maintaining a clean org. So, since we covered a lot of information, we've created this combined checklist of the learn, connect, and lead habits for you to follow. These are things you can get started doing right now so that you are practicing good Salesforce admin habits and keep going. For learn, block a fixed learning time every week on your calendar and set a goal for the number of Trailhead badges you'd like to earn. Then subscribe to the Salesforce Admins podcast and the Admin Digest. Install an app from the App Exchange and give that a try. For Connect, we have schedule that virtual coffee or tea date with a user, or do it in person. Either way, practice Sabwa. Create a group and post on Chatter. Join your local Trailblazer community group. And finally, join the Admin Trailblazers group in the Trailblazer community. And under lead, we have run the health check and the optimizer and create a quarterly time block to do that again. Visit trust.salesforce.com to see your org status and share what you learned there with your IT department. And finally, try scheduling that Eat and Delete luncheon. So, what's next? We want you to connect with us and keep learning. Find us online. We are on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube as Salesforce Admins. We are also on Twitter at Salesforce Admins, no I, and on #AwesomeAdmin is where all the good stuff is happening. We really encourage you to be a part of those online communities and check it out. Then continue your learning journey by completing the Essential Habits for New Admins trail mix that we created for you on Trailhead. If you're brand new to Trailhead, or if you've been on for a while and are looking for your next badge, this is where you'll want to go. Visit bit.ly/essential habits trail mix. Again, capitalization is important. There are no caps in that, so bit.ly/essential habits trail mix. We are so excited to see you put all of these awesome habits into action. Thank you everyone for joining us this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, depending on where you are in the world. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.